class with you today. So it's nice to have a comfortable chair. You can always put a pillow on to sit on, or just a wood surface, whatever you'd like, or if you have a padded chair already, whatever's more comfortable. I'm not very tall, so usually this height is good for me. If my feet weren't able to kind of touch the floor, my feet kind of lay against it, I'd be fine. So with a pillow, you can see that my feet are kind of off the floor, but they could still set flat if I move forward on the seat. So whatever you feel is comfortable is great to have. So if you have the pillow, you can use it. Otherwise, you can set it aside. Also, I have just my mat along too. So with yoga, we're breathing in through our nostrils and out through our nostrils as much as we can to purify that air, to warm it, and moisten it to work that much stronger, that much better in our body, as much as you can. We're also breathing in. We're filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. So deep breath in. You can hold it for a second or two. Breathe out. Breathing in. Breathe out. Kind of feeling it raise and lower just below your belly button is really a good rule of thumb to think of those breaths coming in. So instead of up higher in our chest more, we're just filling up and breathing out. It really connects our mind to our body. Helps us to feel more in tune with how our body is feeling, maybe our emotions, our muscles, our bone, or just feelings of relaxation kind of can help us to breathe easier, to kind of think clearly. So when we do yoga also, when you think of your feet, you're just planting them on the floor. Same with sitting on a chair. You would just think of those feet and your hips, again, pressing down into your chair. So the hips are pressing down, vertebrae lifting you up right through the top of the head. Relax the shoulders. Feet are just resting or pressing on the floor. So when I come forward a little bit on this chair, my feet press on the floor lightly. I'm most comfortable here. Where someone else might feel more comfortable sitting back farther into their chair, you can come way up forward so that just your hips are on and seat area are on the chair instead of any of the leg, the front part of the leg. So whatever works, you really just listen to how you feel. Take your time. So during our yoga today, we're going to be doing forward bends. So when the body's like this, you're leaning forward, so you're leaning forward, you're leaning back, you're doing like a back bend to kind of feel the shoulders, upper body is just a little back farther than the hips, the legs coming down. And we'll also do twists side to side, so one side then the other. It helps our body to kind of feel more balanced, feel more relaxed, and just gets our muscles flowing. And you stretch to the point where you feel a good stretch, no burning, no pain, because you want to keep any pain out of your yoga practice. None at all. You really do want to take time to listen to how you feel, to go as far as you're comfortable in that stretch. And if you feel pain, just back up and then only go as far as you're comfortable. Some moves you may have to skip or try to go only a little in a different manner. Just again, very careful, take your time, only going as far as you're comfortable. I also have a yoga mat here. And what's nice about a mat, it's okay on the floor with your feet bare or on carpeting. If you have socks, you would slip very easily. So it's really nice to have a yoga mat, because what's nice is when your legs are farther apart, you're not sliding. You're able to kind of stay steady. You're not sliding. A braided rug works well. Those yoga socks that have the toes in them and the little grippers on the bottom are a tiny bit better than just a gripper sock, because your toes stay where they are. The gripper stops so that your toes aren't like scrunched into it either. So that's why a yoga sock with the little grippers on the bottom is fine to work on floors and carpet or any other surface also. So really, when you're doing your yoga, do it so that you feel comfortable. It's great to kind of take your time If you do my Monday class, that's about 45, 50 minutes long usually, and I go through the sun salutation standing up. We do the some stretches and that on the floor, and then also we lay down on the floor and finish with those stretches there. So we get our circulation moving. So even as you're just standing, feet pressing down, vertebrae lifting you up. So press those feet down, vertebrae lifting you up. And we're going to just breathe in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathe out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. In through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. You're actually warming your body up without jumping around or moving a lot. You're warming up by bringing in that much more oxygen in with the breaths. That's your lifeblood, is that oxygen coming in to work and help every system in your body. Circulatory, your blood, your respiratory, endocrine systems, everything that your hormonal systems, everything, structural, bone, everything is putting that blood and oxygen through to reach the tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes, up into enrich and help your brain. So yoga has a lot of beautiful things that are hidden behind besides the relaxation and the stretching or standing or a little bit of strengthening and also better balance. So all those things plus the circulation plus our systems working that much better really warms us up. So even standing up, I swing my arms and talk with my hands a lot. So it's just take your time, do what you can. We're going to keep it very gentle today and more about learning what the benefits are of different parts and just a bit about how to do them correctly. So with yoga too, you're always taking your time. Like I could move the mat around and set my feet on it, but I'm not going to be standing up or sliding. So either way is fine. And I'm just going to leave the pillow to bring over onto my lap. So as you sit down, get the most comfortable place you can. We're still breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as we can with each breath. Breathing in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. So without the pillow, my hands would come down, just pull a little from the elbow down. With a pillow, it just kind of takes any pulling away. I can press my hands back. It's very relaxing. Sometimes just getting a nice fluffy blanket on you or something simple. As you're doing that breathing, filling lower abdominals and stomach, breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can, you'll feel the breath going into your nostrils. They're getting purified in through your sinuses and purified, also warmed and moistened as it goes into your lungs amazingly. If you breathe in and out through your nostrils now and change it to the mouth, it only dries up the mouth and the upper part of the throat. It doesn't purify it like the nostrils and the bronchial, all this sinus area. It doesn't purify it and pull out those toxins and everything. And it also doesn't warm it as it goes into the body. So breathing in through the mouth and breathing in through the nostrils is a huge change in how you can bring in so much more oxygen to work better and quickly in your body. So always think of that. If you're outside or you have a stuffy nose, blow your nose. Take care, try to do as much as you can to breathe in and out through the nostrils. So we're going to set the pillow down in a minute, but first we're going to do a forward bend. We're going to raise our arms up. As we breathe out, we're just going to bring them forward toward the pillow, and then we're going to roll forward onto that pillow. We're going to then change and let our arms go down toward the sides of our legs, or you can press them up on the pillow and relax your chin on your hands. Either way is fine. You'll feel that it's scrunching your waist, your stomach, even under your arms. They're kind of pressing, squishing, pressing, and then we're going to raise back up. So with the pillow, you can feel it a little more. You're scrunching, pressing, everything's pressing in, it's kind of pushing, and you're actually pressing against a lot of your lymph nodes. It's hitting those lymph nodes, pressing, kind of just giving that pressure. And as you take a deep breath in, it's letting the blood flow through really strong. So then you're kind of pressing as you're bending forward, resting, pressing. And as you reach up, it's letting the blood flow that much stronger to really reach stronger toward your fingertips, your hands, through your feet and ankles. Even your brain is circulating up and going through all your body so much better in just those yoga moves. That forward bend is very important to reach out, stretch, reach, deep breath in. We're going to relax back up. And then here we're going to do a back bend. So in the back bend, if you put your hands right along your sides, and all you're going to do is you're going to press the shoulders back, look up towards the ceiling, press the shoulders back, still breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach, breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can, and bring it forward. So that's one way to do a back bend when you're seated. Another is to press the hands down, elbows out to the sides, and you're going to look up toward the ceiling as you bring that stomach forward and take a deep breath in, relax back up. So breathe out, and then we're going to take a deep breath in here, looking up, breathe out, press back. So deep breath in, coming forward, looking up for that back bend, breathe your breath real big, and breathe out, rounding forward, and go back. So you see, for the back bend, our stomach presses out and forward. It's coming forward. Our back, shoulders is going back. So from the side, again, take your time. So you're taking a deep breath in first. In your back bend, breathe out, round forward, pressing, reaching. Your stomach is kind of pressing in. Then deep breath in, looking up. Breathe out, rounding forward, pull that stomach, kind of just pressing it in, and deep breath in. It's amazing how you can loosen up, help your lower back, strengthen it, make it feel so much better in those back bends. And you want to do about as many forward bends and back bends as twists side to side, like a twist on this we'll do first. And you're just going to hang on to this left side. Right arm just coming back behind you a little bit on your chair or over the arm of the chair, wherever you're comfortable. And you're just going to look back over your shoulder, vertebrae lifting you up. We're going to take a deep breath in and breathe out. Stay here for one more breath. Deep breath in and breathe out. So you can tell as you're pulling, kind of hanging onto that leg, pulling over and stretching back, you're really helping your waist and to stretch gently. Also neck and shoulders loosen up a little bit. We'll do the other side then. So always do one side then the other. Now if you would have pain on this side, so maybe your shoulder hurts, it doesn't work as well because it's maybe been hurt in the past, do it very gently or just kind of adjust as you can. So you might want to just grab your leg, keep your hand resting here as you just turn and your shoulder goes back a little. But again, you can keep it very gently like that. You're still going to get the stretch. You're still going to get the stretch in the neck and shoulders. Or you can, again, if it works okay, you can bring that arm back of you or on the arm of the chair. And you're just looking back as you're gently pushing the leg to the right. You can get a hugely good upper body stretch. So again, keep the hand here if your shoulder hurts and just look back. Stretching, looking, pulling the knee the other direction. Just kind of cross the body to the left a little bit and then relax forward. So again, adjusting to how you feel. Keep it very gentle. Already I can feel my neck a little more comfortable, feeling a little better. And the only reason you might like to do sitting ones is maybe you walk, you do other things, and you feel like your upper body from working is so tight. So you can do a little more only sitting, maybe just a few things standing, or one day do the sitting ones, another day do a few more standing, and then other times doing laying on your back and doing it. So you'll still get those forward bends or laying on your stomach, doing forward bends and back bends, and the twist side to side. So your body starts to get balanced a little more. You're still breathing this whole time, filling lower abdominals and stomach, breathing out, feeling that air pressing out of your nostrils. Deep breath in and out. Great. So when we're doing chair yoga, you can see, even though your feet are pressing down, helping you to sit and stay steady, you're working your upper body and you're also getting your waist and body into that. So it really is more relaxing, a little easier. And then as you do only a standing one, maybe one day, amazing how you still can get forward bends, back bends, and twists in. So we're going to do one of the side bends. It's going to be a deep breath in. Bring your right arm up and over. Still breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. So you can leave the arm hanging, make it a little bit harder, or keep it kind of helping to hold a little upright, reaching and go back. Great. So again, you keep your hand just seated on your upper leg, your thigh, and then bring the other one up and over. And as far as you're comfortable, any pain again, back up. Only going as far as you're comfortable, and you can even let your arm hang down. Makes your body, your shoulders reach ahead, reach up, and back. So again, very gently, just getting those nice stretches in where you need them. Now we're going to drop our ear toward our right side, hand on the same side gently presses, and think of the hips still pressing down, vertebrae lifting you up. So breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. And relax back up. Great. Relax that arm. Vertebrae, hips pressing down, feet pressing down gently. Vertebrae lifting you up. Your ear goes toward that left side. Just a little bit, not too far. You don't have to kind of press it way over. Just where you feel lifted up and pressing gently. Side. Again, taking your time. You can straighten your straight arm if you'd like. And you feel that nice stretch along the neck, kind of the back of the neck, in the shoulders, into the arm. And relax back up. Again, taking your time. Deep breath in. We're going to raise the arms, press up towards the ceiling. And then here you can tell you're stretched up, reaching. Now as you look back, your stomach comes forward just a little bit. Your hands can even reach a little back and breathe in. Okay, deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to raise up, breathing out, stretching, reaching. Deep in, breath in, just relaxing forward. Breathing out, press the stomach back out, and the arms are coming back just a little as you look up. Deep breath in. So if you do that gently, you don't have to go very far. So from the side, you have to feel it as you're doing it. So the deep breath in. And as you breathe out, just bring it forward, letting the back stretch back. Deep breath in for that back bend. Breathe out, or you can even put your hands on your shoulders, or just the back of your waist. Deep breath in and breathe out. So if your neck would be sore, say you're doing these and your neck would be sore, you could put your hands on your hips, kind of a little bit back. Breathe in, just bring the shoulders back. Breathe out, bring the shoulders forward. You wouldn't have to stretch far back and forward with your neck. If you feel that little bit of tightness, again, just adjust to how you feel. Never going so far as to have pain. You'd be surprised how even those achy areas, or maybe your knees just needed a break today, to just do this yoga gently and still through this whole time. Breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals. So even if you kept breathing through this whole time and just tried a stretch or two here and there, you'd be surprised that by the time you worked on breathing in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils by keeping your mouth closed through the whole time as much as possible, how much better you will feel in just a few of the simple stretches. And that hugely important breath, that hugely important breathing really makes a difference. So we're going to just sit here, relax, and here we're going to just do some shoulder rolls. So hips pressing down and feet, vertebrae lifting you up to the top or crown of your head. We're going to make big shoulder rolls going back by really trying to go down, bring them forward, up toward the ears, back, down, forward. And now we're going to go the opposite direction, down, back, up toward the ears, forward, down. Almost like a great big exaggerated circle. Still breathing in through the nostrils and out, filling lower abdominals, stomach. Amazing how that will help. Just, you think it's so simple, but yet so much better feeling and more powerful than we even know. So very nice. So now we're going to just reach one arm up, reach it up, and then we're going to stretch the other arm down. So you're reaching up, stretch up, and relax back. So we're still breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. And filling the lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals. So this time we're going to just go a little to the side. We're going to just reach forward with one hand and the other one back, and then you can turn to the side and do the other one. So you're just going to reach out, stretching the other one back, and the other one's reaching forward. And then relax the arms and shoulders. So just by doing each movement with the breath, it really gets you to connect and go a little slower. Take your time, take that deep breath in, hold it for the count of 2, breathe out, hold it for a count of 2. Deep breath in, hold it for a count of 2, breathe out, hold it for a count of 2. So deep breath in, hold it for a count of 2, and breathe out. So you really are doing like mini sit-ups as the stomach presses in to get the air out. Deep breath in as it reaches out. So you're getting these little mini sit-ups of the muscles, all these muscles in your stomach working, insides of your stomach, your abdominals are all working together to strengthen and help you stand up taller, straighter. Next, we're going to take a deep breath in, arms out shoulder height. We'll only do a few more. So we'll do where we're just reaching, turning. So you're keeping your hips kind of still, and you're just turning the upper body. And then you can look back as far as you're comfortable. Still breathing in, filling lower abdominals. Then we're going to bring it forward, and we're going to do the opposite direction. Forward. Again, sitting up nice and tall. Reaching, looking the opposite direction. Think at the top of the head, reaching up as the arms straight out, stretching to the left. Again, vertebrae nice and tall, and we're going to reach them and look towards the right. And again, you'll feel stretches in different areas. Feel your body strengthening as you're holding those arms up. So again, whichever way you'd like to strengthen and tighten your arms, your upper body too. So next we're going to just do a little bit more incorporating our lower body. So there's simple things of just the, again, vertebrae nice and tall, pulling the stomach in, lifting one knee up, breathing out, and lifting the other knee up. So you can sit back on your chair if you'd like. So just bringing the foot up gently, vertebrae lifting you up, breathing in and out through the lower abdominals. And again, shoulders relaxed. You can also rest on your legs. Breathing in and out. So just those simple moves. Or you can bring your feet forward, deep breath in, going apart, together. Deep breath in and out with each one. You can move like that if you'd like, or you can stretch one leg to the side and back, and then the other to the side and back. So there's always movements like that. Or you can raise one leg up and do a little circle. And breathe out, go the opposite direction. Deep breath in and out. Now if you do one side, you want to do the other, so deep breath. Sit back a little bit. Deep breath in, one direction. Breathe out. Breath in and out. And again, just taking your time, not going too fast. So here we're just going to bring one knee into the chest, vertebrae lifting you up. Other knee up, so again, up and as comfortable as you would like, not too far. So breathing in and out through the nostrils. And just taking your time with each breath and then relaxing. So again, you can do just as much as you're comfortable, just moving gently, not overdoing. So just to end in a minute, we're going to stand up and just do a little bit of balancing. So you can even tell now, even though we haven't been doing any like circuit class or haven't been doing exercises and walking a lot, you usually will feel your body warming up a little because that blood flowing through better, those deep breaths in this whole time are anaerobic. They actually bring in oxygen without that higher intensity. And really, because of you working those breaths in and breathing them out, just pressing them out, in as much and out through the nostrils, it's really bringing in so much more oxygen to work better and help your body sustain you so much better. So we're going to go ahead and stand up. So then at home, you can be close to a countertop or a chair. The chair can be a little wiggly at times, so that's why sometimes a countertop is great. But if we're just using it to balance and help us feel a little more secure balancing, the chair works well too, because you're not kind of leaning into it and trying to fall over. You're just trying to balance and just have that to help balance that little more. So if you haven't done yoga before and aren't used to doing some of the standing asanas, you can really take your time and just balance. Deep breath in, reaching up, and breathe out. And the hands down, deep breath in, reaching up. You can look up towards your hands. Again, you can always hang into the chair, breathing out. So when you start with balancing on one foot or the other, what's nice about the chair is you can have it just close enough that you can do the tree. So we're going to do the right knee to the side, and we'll raise one arm or both. So here again, focus ahead too, also on either a picture or a frame, or you can hang on to that chair and just raise your arm part way. So again, think about how you feel. And even when you bring your knee up, you can keep it a little closer to the floor. Like if you're in a class and you're taking yoga, you can always have the foot on the floor, just taking it up off the floor a little bit as you can, or put it up closer to the knee, not on the knee, but either below or above, and focus ahead. So really good. And then of course we did one side, we want to do the other. So if one knee hurts or hip and you have to be a little more gentle, that may be on this side. You may be just putting one foot down, raising up one or the other arm, or going to the other side of the chair works well too. So either way is fine, but again, listen to how you feel. As you're strengthening, lifting up those arms, focusing ahead, balancing, taking your time. Again, just listen to how you feel and adjust to where you feel comfortable. Because even just lifting, hang on for that second when your body is wobbling and trying to keep still, every little tiny muscle, your ligaments, your little, everything, every little part is trying to focus and help strengthen in the bigger muscles. So it's just trying to help to keep them so they're toning as your stronger, bigger muscles are keeping you in place, keeping you upright. So you get that toning all all through your body and strength as you do it. So the other one we're going to do is we're just going to bring, we're just going to, I'm going to move the chair head a little bit. So here you would just hang onto the chair and you're just going to raise one leg back. You can bring your arms out to the side if you'd like, and only bring that leg up as far as you're comfortable. So you're balancing on one leg, and here it's good to kind of look maybe toward the edge of your mat or just somewhere on the floor. You're not going to look straight up. You're just going to relax your spine, relax your neck, relax and let go of that chair as you'd like. And then we're going to do the other side. So still breathing in, filling lower abdominals. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. So raise the left leg, and then if you'd like, you can lean forward as you raise it farther back. So this is also strengthening, helping through your whole core. You can tell from your ribs all the way down your leg, and the leg you're standing on is working at the same time. So again, really take your time. About that kind of quivering or moving or feeling you've got to put your foot down. It's all strengthening you, helping with your balance, helping you to feel a little stronger and also a little more steady as you do it more. Because there'll be times when I won't do yoga if I go somewhere and I only do a little or don't do hardly any, and I come back and I feel like I'm starting over. So it does, it kind of helps your body get back into that strengthening, balancing, that feeling a little more balanced and in control a little bit. And so it's really great to try. You can even bring one knee up, hold your arms at the sides, and hang on to it as you need. Focus ahead. Still breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can, and then switch in the other knee up again, as far as you're comfortable. Focus ahead. So you can always hang onto that chair and just let go as you feel comfortable. Again, it's amazing how you feel. You're strengthening your arms, strengthening your legs, your whole body holding you up, and even the one you're balancing is trying to keep bent and up. So great. So one last stretch we're going to do before we do a forward bend. We're just going to do a nice stretch for your shoulders. So this could be a counter, the back of a couch. Like in our wellness room, we'll hang on to the maybe 4 or 5 feet up. We'll hang on to like one of the treadmills where you can be steady. And all you're going to do is you're just going to go back. So your feet are just like under your hips, maybe a little back farther, and you're just going to stretch and just kind of push the hips back just a little. And then we're going to bring it forward a little bit, and we're going to press the hips back. So here, you'll feel the stretch if your feet are a little ahead of your hip area, down the back and up the hip. If your feet are back a little farther, then you're going to feel it from the waist through the shoulders and arms a little bit more. You'll still feel the stretch in both areas. And then just come forward, still breathing. That really releases tension, kind of almost like traction, pulling away, letting your head relax forward with the arms, your hips stretching back. It kind of, you're standing up and you feel a little taller or a little bit like you're not compressing and feeling so tight. Very good stretch to kind of stretch your back, your shoulders and legs, really nice. And then we're just going to do a forward bend and 2 breaths at the end. So we're going to take a deep breath in, reaching up, breathing out. We're going to just bring our hands forward, slide them right along our legs toward the lower leg. And just stop where you're comfortable. Don't go any farther. So you can hang on to your lower legs or let your hands kind of just hang toward the toes. And then we're going to roll up. We're going to bring our hands just above the knees with the elbows out so the fingers are facing in. And we're going to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice and easy. You can almost feel the whole body curving up just like a fern unrolls. Great. And then relax the body. We're going to take a deep breath in, and breathe out, rounding forward, really scrunching, pulling the stomach in. Deep breath in. And last, just breathing out, pressing it all out, pulling that stomach right in, and then relax back. So sometimes just those movements, that kind of just, letting your body move a little more, letting that tightness out. Sometimes you may have to rub your jaw a little, maybe you've been talking all day, or just along your temples, you felt a little tight, hoping not to get a headache, maybe it's in the back. Don't press right on the bone, but just on either side, kind of letting that work out, or even rubbing by the behind the ear a little, just little things. So much more calming. You'll just, even when I do that, I almost feel a little flush of the body, just kind of releasing tightness, releasing that to make you feel so much more comforted and almost like a big hug for yourself. Do some yoga at least, or the deep breathing, or even warm cloths on your face, laying down on your couch with warm cloths on your face, and just maybe you'll rub your temples, maybe you'll just kind of shake your hands or fingers, or just relaxing, and then let your breathing, feeling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can to just let yourself calm, relax. That's why nice lotions that are real clean and are good for your skin and even your respiratory system, getting some really good organic clean ones can really help your body so much better. Really relax and enjoy. So thanks for joining today. Bye.